Bahati tena Fleming na kubwa kwangu mami Dona kuimbia mama Zawadi nono kwangu waki
Ukiniache na bukai moyo wangu taumiza kwa usana Kama ukiniache na bukai.
Some of Kenya's biggest stars started in gospel, but today they are rocking the secular stage. From Willy Paul to Bahati, Mr. Sid, BruZ Newton, Kush Tracey, and even Wahu. Their journey proves switching lanes can change everything. So let's dive in. In Kenya, gospel has been the launchpad for many, but the industry also comes with heavy scrutiny, politics, and gatekeeping. For some, those walls became cages. Moving to secular wasn't just a betrayal, it was for survival, growth, and freedom. Willy Paul began his journey as a gospel artist, bursting onto the scene with the emotional hit Sitolia alongside Gloria Muriro. The song made him an household name and even won him awards in the gospel scene. But over time, he started dropping subtle hints of change. Love songs like Jiggy Jiggy and I Do carried more romance than worship. Then, in 2019, he shocked many when he released Hallelujah featuring Tanzanian star Nandi. A song critics condemned as mocking God, that moment marked his true break from gospel. Since then, Willy Paul has never looked back. He released countless hits, collaborated across borders, and cemented himself as one of Kenya's most consistent hitmakers. In later interviews, he admitted the hypocrisy and politics of the gospel industry drove him out of the gospel scene.
I'm doing whatever I'm doing, na kuna wale wana judge nini na nini. Me, I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable wherever I am. I'm comfortable. At least, sina pressure ya, oh, do this, do that. No, sina hiyo pressure, unaelewa? And wezi niambia Mungu wa Burna Boy sio Mungu wa Willy Paul ama wa Guardian Angel.
Same God.
Ni same God. You see, there's a problem with the, should I say believers, ama Christians, especially hapa home. Ukiwa maskini, they believe that is when God is in your life. That is when God is working in your life. The moment you become successful, it becomes a problem.
Demonic.
Yes, you're a devil worshipper.
From Sitolia to Hallelujah, Willy Paul's journey shows how an artist can reinvent themselves and still stay at the top. Bahati started out as one of gospel's brightest stars. With songs like Mama and Barua, he won the hearts of Kenyans and even bagged multiple Groove Awards. For years, he and Willy Paul were seen as rivals, two young kings carrying the future of gospel. But when Willy Paul boldly crossed over to secular and found success, Bahati was watching very closely. Inspired by Pose's wins, he too began dropping hints. Love-themed tracks slowly replaced the pure gospel sound that fans once knew him for. By 2021, Bahati had fully crossed over with his album Love Like This, proving he was ready to embrace secular music completely. In interviews, he admitted that politics, hypocrisy, and struggles within the gospel scene pushed him away. For Mr. Sid, his story is different. In many interviews, his family insisted that he was a strictly gospel artist.
Yo, I go by the name Mr. Sid. I'm a Kenyan gospel artist, strictly gospel artist.
Oh yes.
Yes, missy mix anything. Yeah, I sing for God. Yeah.
Unlike Bahati and Willy Paul, he never dropped hints of crossing over to secular music. He first entered the scene through a gospel collab with Emoji, which introduced him as a fresh new voice in the industry.
This one today I dedicate it to you. I see the thing you do for them.
It shocked many when he later released Dawa ya Baridi featuring Masauti, a secular leaning track that marked a turning point in his career. Without the build-up or warnings fans had seen with his peers, the switch felt sudden and unexpected. Even after the shift, Mr. Sid kept his head low. He never openly blamed anyone for leaving gospel, instead choosing to quietly focus on his music and family, despite challenges like a 2023 car accident and the painful loss of his mother in 2024. He still continues to push forward in the secular lane. BruZ Newton rose to fame in 2016 with Colo's mega hit Bazokizo. The song was a gospel anthem that turned dance floors into worship spaces and gave Newton a nationwide recognition as both a singer and a dancer. But after the hype faded, his career slowly drifted away from the gospel spotlight. Unlike Bahati or Willy Paul, BruZ Newton never gave a public reason for stepping out of gospel. No big fallout, no controversy, just silence. To this day, fans are left guessing why he left gospel behind. What's clear is that Bazokizo remains his defining moment, a reminder of wow, one song can change an artist's life. Kush Tracey's journey was different from her peers. She first came up in the secular scene, dropping club hits like Wezi Dandia. Then in 2016, she shocked fans by announcing she had given her life to Christ and was turning fully to gospel. But unlike Willy Paul or Bahati, her gospel chapter never really gained ground. The moment didn't last and eventually she slipped back into secular music. Later she opened up about her struggles with identity and addiction, admitting that she had stepped back and ill before finding her way forward. Today, Kush Tracey is sober, motivated and making music again, but her story reminds us that not every switch guarantees success. Sometimes the real battle is off stage.
I'm on my knees, calling you, faithful God, I know you.
Wahu was one of Kenya's biggest secular female stars, with jams like Liar, Sitishiki, Sweet Love. She had long dominated airwaves before a major shift came in November 2017. That's when she released Sifa, her first gospel single, marking a transition after feeling called to walk closer with God. Shortly after Sifa, she followed up with a more gospel work, notably My Everything, which was released back in 2018. The song was especially moving because it was inspired by her husband's nameless severe illness. Fans say lyrics resonate deeply, especially the visual that show hospital scene symbolizing faith and pressure. Later, she surprised many again with this Love ya Wahu, which was released in 2021. A love song released around Valentine's Day. Some critics accused her of backsliding, returning to secular themes. But Wahu pushed back, saying she's still saved and that sometimes she sings about love or other positive things even while holding on to her faith. She stresses she doesn't think art has to stay strictly in one lane forever. Wahu's journey shows a major complex truth. The crossover isn't always one way. One can move from secular to gospel and still flirt with secular themes without losing identity. It's not about the lane, it's about what your art says about you. From Willy Paul's bold jump, Bahati's reinvention, Mr. Sid's resilience, BruZ Newton's evolution, Kush Tracey's comeback to Wahu's flip, the gospel to secular and secular to gospel path has shaped Kenyan's music totally. One thing is very clear, success isn't about the lane, it's about the journey. Who do you think made the best switch? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to like, subscribe and stay tuned for more deep dives into Kenya's music stories. So make sure you subscribe for the next episode in which we'll be discussing the artist who left secular for gospel. Thank you for watching.